for this to get to this point, it was crazy. I was raised in a northern household, so I'm gonna talk with my hands, okay? I threw him against the wall, right?
Sit on my face, I attack that. Choose up, Lil John, I'm finna pack him. When it comes to my bitch, I'm straight active. Dirt ball in the coupe, smoking cat. That bitch, shut the fuck up. Tell your best friend, shut the fuck up.
Hey guys, it's me Amari, and I'm back again with another video on my channel. And in today's video, I'm going to be doing a story time on time. I had to lay my hands on boy. That's crazy. Like, and this might sound very like odd to you if you know me in real life. I'm very tiny and I'm very small. But the boy, I'm gonna get into that in a second. But before we start with today's video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. My little Amari loves you, and let's get started. So grab your snacks, grab your drinks, grab whatever you need to get comfortable, because I'm a very cool, calm, and collected person. So for this to get to this point, it was crazy. Let's take a flashback to 6th grade. To give y'all context, I'm going into 10th grade. So let's go back to 6th grade. First year of middle school, I didn't really have friends. I was very much lonely. This was towards the end of the 6th grade year. I think it was like April. Yeah, it has to be April. It was April, because April is when I was getting into all my little altercations. So it has to be April. It was like, you know how each day has their state testing? It was one of those days after my state testing. So I was looking like a bum. I was looking like a little boy anyways. I had on my hoodie, my sweats, my slides. Hair was barely done. I looked bummy. I don't know why that was relevant to the story, but okay. He looked bummy too, but you know, I'm a baddie, so me looking bummy is news. Him looking bummy is just like normal. So we're gonna name him, Frito, because that's very close to his name. Let me give you a little backstory on Frito. Frito was a new student. I was an old student. I was quiet, very, very much stayed to myself. I had like 1 or 2 friends in that class. Actually, my boy best friend at the time was in the class. We're gonna name him Curd. We're gonna name my boy best friend Curd. Okay, my ex-boy best friend, because we're not best friends anymore. But yeah, Curd and Frito were close, because Curd was close with all the boys, because you know how boys be, they be like that. And yeah, it's harder for girls to make friends, because girls be, I'm getting off topic. You know how you be around with your boy best friend or your friends and stuff like that, how you be just moving from friend group to friend group, because it was after testing, so the teacher wasn't really checking us for real. She wasn't really like being like, oh, you have to do this work, because it was after a really big test, so she was just letting us chill or whatever. So I was moving from my other friend to to Curd. So I went over to Curd. So we were just all talking, and then he bumped into me. And I was like, excuse you? And then he was like, no, excuse you using my way. So then I got up, and I was like, no, you were in my way. And then he was like, no, you were in my way. And I was like, no, and we just went back and forth. And I guess people get offended because I talk with my hands, but it's just like, I was raised in a northern household, so I'm gonna talk with my hands, okay? It's not even me trying to be rude or nothing like that. It's just really how I talk. So he was like, you got 5 seconds to move before I slap you. And then I moved. I actually moved. And then he still slapped me. So once he slapped me, we were near like a wall or something. So then I threw him against the wall. I threw him against the wall, right? And then I just started punching. He was fighting me back too, so that's how I consider him. So I just started punching him. And I continued punching him. Yeah. So he was on the wall, and then this was just me. I was just like, I don't punch like that. That was just a terrible example. So Curd pulled me off. And then, cause Curd was shorter than me, but I was very light back then. So he pulled me off. And then my teacher was like,
Amari, we not allowed to be doing all this and this and this and this.
I love that teacher to death, but she did not know what she was talking about at that point. I was just like, girl, just shut up. He started crying, and then so did I. But I cried in the bathroom. He cried in front of the class. I don't know why I started crying. I think I just start crying. Every time I fight, I cry. I cry, because it's just like, I'm not a very violent person. So it's just like, I kind of get upset, because I'm just like, the fact that I had to put my hands on you is crazy, because it really escalated out of nowhere, because he bumped into me. And I was just like, excuse you. He could have been a gentleman and been like, oh, I apologize for bumping into you. But no, it's just like he had a problem with me for like whatever reason. The teacher, she just kept saying I slapped him, but I don't think I slapped him once. I was punching him and dragging him across the classroom. So yeah, I was crying in the bathroom. He was crying in the classroom. He didn't know I was crying. I don't think he knew I was crying. I went to my next class after that, and I was still in there crying. My first period teacher, because that's the class it happened in. So she had one of my friends in 2nd grade. She had her to the assistant principal. So the assistant principal had us talking to each other. And tell me why they just sat there and lied to the assistant principal like that. I didn't provide enough information here. So the assistant principal had me, Kurt, and Frito talking. Okay. And they were like, yeah, Amari hit him. Like, even Kurt did it too. So I'm just like, Kurt was still my best friend a year after, and I'm just like, why would you still let him be your best friend a year after that? Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. I don't know why I did that, but that's a different story. Kurt was just like, yeah, she slapped him, and then he was like, yeah, she slapped me, and they was just lying the whole time. And then I was in tears, and so she was yelling at me while I was in tears. So I just agreed with whatever they said. I remember that I agree with whatever they said, because I didn't want to have the conversation anymore. Because it's just like, you're not even taking my side of the story serious. You're just listening to them because there's 2 against 1. So I was just like, at that point, I don't care anymore. It's over with. And then she was like, yeah, I don't want to have to talk to you again, Amari. The assistant principal said that because she talked to me a lot that year. And I was just like, okay, you don't have to. Like, what? Nobody got in trouble. She called my mom, but my mom didn't answer because my mom was at work. And when my mom called her back, she just never called her back because I guess she was just tired of me that year. 6th grade was a very eventful year for me. Like, I had a whole lot going on. And that's the time I fought a boy. I won because he was on that wall and I was just getting like his sit. He was hitting me back. Like, I don't. And where is he now? He's friends with my supposed best friend, but he dyed his hair blonde. And when he would see me in middle school, he would just walk the other way because we don't go to the same high school. He goes to like the public high school. I go to the charter high school. That's pretty much it. Like, he basically got beat up by a girl, and that was actually very embarrassing. My teacher, she still teases me about it. Like, even if I were to go see her now, she'd probably still tease me about it to this day. She'd be like, yeah, Amari, don't be beating people up. I'm just like, stop it. The story really got twisted. The story was really, he bumped into me, didn't say excuse me, and that's how it started. The story that everyone has is Amari just walked up and slapped him because he said something that made her mad. No. But if y'all enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Know that Amari loves you. See you guys next time. Bye.
Slide on the pimp gang with my pinky ring. Lot of gang, lot of bitches in the icy chain. While you claim that you